Hi, I wanted to do some fun. I wanted to have some fun and create. I wanted to use PowerShell. Recently, I've been playing around with it, so I am going to use PowerShell to create some HTML file and just see where it takes me. So I'm going to use ChatGPT because I don't know syntax for PowerShell. I don't know, I can't write it, but I know conceptually, I know the ideas that I want to do using PowerShell. So I this is just some place where I do some stuff. So I'm going to create a directory, wherever, I don't even know what should they call it. I'll open a PowerShell and go to my directory, and there. So I want to run it. So like maybe something like, how would I like to run it? Let's just say run, or like this, run. So I'll create run bots and run ps1, and I need to wrap. I also have GitHub Copilot subscription, so that should help me. And the reason why I need the but and PowerShell is because when I have only PowerShell, I cannot call it like this. But because here, I'm gonna show you echo hello. When I call it, it should. Is it correct thing? Am I in the run echo hello? I'm not sure. Does it work? There, it's here. Run, run. Okay, echo off. Interesting. So what is happening here? I'm in the correct directory, and it should be calling it right host. Let's see, like this, run. Oh, so it's calling the PowerShell. Okay, but if I start command prompt and I do run, it's not gonna work. See, here I have this, and here echo back. So here, when I do here run, it's going to prefer this back. And if I'm in PowerShell, and if I from the PowerShell do run, or like this, it's going to prefer the PowerShell. So I want to use both PowerShell and back in anywhere. So basically, I want to use these two together. So I need to use but as a wrapper, and echo off. I want to turn it off because without it, it will print out the whole content of this bat file, and I don't want to do it. So here I'm gonna tell a wrapper around run ps1 because I want it to run any to be runnable from C command prompt and PowerShell. Now I can run this bot from any location, and I tried it before. So I'm just going to take the to get the path to this bot file, so I can basically run it from anywhere. So set your name. I'm just gonna name it like this. So Copilot does its job. Set how do I call it? Um, run. I don't know. There, that's gonna work, and it's gonna run it. So now when I go to here, it says run 3 dots, more. When I say here, run, there we go. And when I do here, it's gonna execute it. So there we go. We have that. Let's see what's going on. Yes, this thing here, forwards all arguments to the PowerShell, and that's what I really want. Now, how do I call this? PowerShell. I don't know. How do I call it? Run. That should do. Then we would have there. I don't think I need a comment. Make this runnable from anywhere and reference the file location. There we go. So here I would like to, I don't know, I would like to maybe create a file. Now, what if the file exists? We'll see. I would probably always want to overwrite it because it's most convenient. I can just say run, or maybe the more convenient would be to say create, because it will create file, and I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with the file. Also, I might wanna open the file in the browser, and I have an idea how I can do that. But anyway, I would like to create a new file with some string content, and I really want to do everything from PowerShell because I feel like that's fun for now. So here I would say file path. Yeah, I think that's what I need, and let's say that I would actually file name. No, let's see. Let's just call it index.html because I feel like that's what I would like to. Um, then let's see. Let's just give it empty content, or let's not even do the content. Let's do the file path. And yeah, the PS script root, I remember that from before. That's because I want to reference this PowerShell path. So I might also want to put it in a separate what's it called? Let's call it dir name and PS script root path join dir name. Yeah, that's good. I'm using dir name like this because I was using Node.js, and that's convenient that's like semantic for me, but it can be really called whatever. So here always overwrite no, actually I want to prompt a user whether he wants to so if the file already exists at targeted location, I would like to prompt the user whether he wants to overwrite it or not. If the user wants to overwrite the file, I would just overwrite it with just overwrite it. Otherwise, exit and user know that we are terminating the action. Okay, that sounds good. I would like to write content. Yeah, if the file does not already exist, I would like to create it and write the content to it. Yeah, I don't know how would my algorithm look like for now. So if the file already exists, here we need to do some things like prompt the user, and here if yes, else, exit, do some stuff else. Yeah, that sounds good. So this would be my algorithm that I would like to use, and here we can say overwrite the file. And here I would like also to let the user write message that we are creating the file. There we go. exit and let the user, and so here that the script is terminating. Okay, that looks good. So I think it should give me some nice autocomplete now. Let's see, there should be if, let's see, if test path file path, that looks good. Now let's see what did it spit out for us. Overwrite, I don't know that name, but read host file already exists. If overwrite equal yes, write host, creating the file, read host, do you want to overwrite it, yes or no? If overwrite equal yes, I don't like it because it's obviously not really checking this yes or no. It doesn't parse them properly, and there was a nicer thing that I recently used. I would like to prompt the user with a better, so there were choices. Now let's see, prompt the user with choices from PowerShell. Let's see what does it give us. That's not the API that I want to use. So choices. Let's see. What is the API for choices in PowerShell? Let's see what does it give us. Read host. I don't want to read host. I don't want to use read host. I want another better prompt. There was another prompt, I know. If you're looking at the outgrid, that's not the oh. No, list me always to get PowerShell choices. Actually, until it's spit it out, I already have it somewhere here. So let's see. It was in my Linglu SDL, and here's what it was called. UI prompt for choices. That was the thing. That was the thing that I wanted to use. Ask for confirmation, title, question, prompt for choices. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. System host form, read host. I don't get it. Like, why did you not give it host UI prompt for choice? That's stupid. Anyway, let's see. I think I wrote some comment here which I might fix now. So the first choice is yes, the solution is flaky, and okay, that's whatever. Now, if, yeah, and now I'm just gonna delete it. There, and now there was host UI. Okay, now choice host UI prompt for choice. There we go. Now I'm gonna use this as a reference. I'm gonna comment it. I don't like leaving code like this, but I'm gonna comment it here and use it as a reference. So let's see. Title file already exists, and I would like file path. That looks good. Then I would like to say, do you want to overwrite the file? Choices, yes and no. And then here I can say title, choices, question, default choice. Okay, don't use magic for eyeballs. Default choice looks good. Now if choice equal 0, let's see, first choice is 0 and default choice is the first choice. Now I'm gonna use default choice there, and if choice is the first choice, then set creating the file, set content. Now I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't know what does this do, and I don't want to debug it. Now that's done. That's nice. Let's see how it works. Let's run it. Creating the file, creating the file, creating the file. Okay, now I want to get from that. How do I create a new file using PowerShell with content? I think it was new item to create a file, set content. There is an example, file name, content path, file name, value. Okay, so here I can do then set content there, and I think I had content. I didn't. Now content. Let's see if it works. It should. There. Okay. Creating the file. No, I don't like it. I think I can do. No, it's not that. Yep, that works. Creating the file. Now here I can do the same here. File already exists. There we go. Run. File already exists. Do you want to override the file? Default, yes. Creating the file. File path. Now that works. File already exists. File, okay. Alright, that's okay. Then we have what? Let's see if it writes content correctly. Now I would like multi-line string here. Okay, it doesn't work. How do I use multi-line string in PowerShell? Let's see. PowerShell, and here's a string. Multi-line, nice, and it ends like that. So like that, I guess. Let's see. Doc type HTML. Well, that's nice. Let's see if it works. What? No, that's not my file. There we go. There. The reason why I would like multi-line is to have better overview of that. So if the file does not exist, we are terminating the action. Now that's nice. Do we want to override the file? Yes. Let's see if it works. It doesn't work. Yes. Let's see. Creating right host. Now run. Yes. Does it work? Now the file already exists. Let's see. Does set content submit the let. Let's see. Does it? I want to know. Does it recreate the file as in delete it and create a new? Does it just fill it with the content? Does not delete file before overwriting, simply replaces the content. Yeah, so it replaces the content. Okay, then that's. Do you want to, let's see. Now we don't want to overwrite. Do you want to replace the content of the file. Yes, no, first choice. And here we say creating, replacing the content, the file path, creating the file. That's work. There we go. Now that's nice. Run. Do you want to replace the content of the file? No. Exiting. Nice. Now I would also like to be able to run it. I would like to be able to run it. So let's see. And to run it, I would need some server, but maybe I can also use PowerShell to host it statically. Can I use PowerShell to statically host a directory on localhost 3000? I'm pretty sure I can. Let's see, start the server. This is used to navigate. You want to serve and use to start the server. The URI parameter is set, and so the server should serve in response to GET requests. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I want to do. Note that this method is suitable for testing, but is not recommended. I know it's not, and that's fine. That's fine. And that's okay. And that's all right. Now what I would want to do, start the server. No, this is interesting to me. How can I restart that PowerShell let? How can I restart it when content of directory has changed? You can use script that runs in a loop and periodically checks the changes interval. Well, get the last item. Now this is quite a bit of nuisance. I don't know if I want to do that. I would rather get like Express server to host it. Anyway, let's see if I want to get an Express server, then I would like to create a directory first. So let's see. Dir name, file name. Let's see. Let's create file location. File, let's say file dir name, and let's say public. Let's actually say public static host. Like I don't even know what to name it. I want a directory to statically host files. So let's say static content. That's good. And file path, it could be join path. Dir name, static content. No, that should work. And first I'm gonna test if test path static content. So first I want, so this is a file path and this is static content path, and that's all right. So static content path. No, I want title. Directory already exists. Question, do you want to, I don't want to replace it, but if directory already exists, what should I do? That's okay. I just want, if it doesn't exist, to create it, right? So let's actually see if I even need to do that. So here, let's see if I actually even need to do that. Cannot be found that accepts argument. Join path. Let's see if I can use join path multiple variables. Here is an example. Parent path, parent here. This is kinda too much. Join path, subtier, file name. Is there a simpler way to do it? Yeah, that's not what I want to do. Is there an even simpler way to do it? So I mean, I can do this. That should work. So it says see user experience, we public index HTML could not find a part of the path, and that's okay. So here I'm gonna say if path static content path, if it doesn't already exist, write host creating already exists, host creating directory, new item directory path. Okay, now that works. What are you doing? If directory new item type path static content path, write host static, I need to test it. That's okay, that's okay. Creating the file, alright. File path. Now, why does it not create it? If directory does create it, if, yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go, but I'm actually gonna rename it to dist mode. No, I wanna do it silently. Now run dist force dist run. That's not silent mode. How do I tell new item to create very silently? To suppress any error messages. How do I make it not output anything, even on successful creation? because I don't want it to. If you don't want that, you can add out variable with a name and then pipe the output. New out. I see. Is there a different way to do that? Interesting. Yes, you can use it out void new item. Create directory silently. Is enclosed in parentheses and by void type accelerator. Okay, I prefer to do it like this. Directory, create directory silently. How do I run it? Run the variable. Now let's see if it works. Force dist, and it works. So this is a nice way to describe what the command does, because I don't want to comment, because comments are difficult to maintain, and a variable is really nice. It's really nice. It allows it, basically, if I change the variable, the code breaks. So that's nice. It's really good. And then this, I can really wrap it in a function. So function create directory if not exist. Create directory silently if not exist. Create. So let's see, I forgot how do you do that. And it doesn't take any parameters, and I'm just gonna wrap it here, and I'm gonna call it, I think it should be like this. So let's see if it works. Force dist, run, it works. And what is this doing? This create file function create create what? Create static content. There we go, create static content, and I can do this, and that's nice. So here I can call it create static content. There we go, run, yes. Replacing this index HTML file already exists. Now let's see, file path test, file path, static content path. Yeah, it should be like that. There we go. Now that's nice. Now about this server, let's see, let's have server.js, and let's add yarn lock because I'm using yarn, and let's add a package JSON because I need it, And let's use, I feel like that's overkill, so let's not do it. Let's not do it. Let's see. Let's not do that. No, that's good. It's some string content. Now that looks nice so far, and we have a file here. So what could I do with it? I'm not sure. Not sure. What do we do with it? I could create another. So not here. I'll start PowerShell. It's gonna be blue. I don't like it. I don't like it. So here I can copy the file path PowerShell. I can go there and I can, let's see, host ps1. Now what was the command to do the host, to host it? It gave it a bit before. Navigate to the directory you want to serve, cd, and now start the server. Navigate to the directory you want to serve. I'm not sure if this is fine, but let's try it. Navigate to the directory you want to serve, cd, set location. Now let's get dir name, pass script root, static content is dist, static content path is this, change to static content path, navigate to directory. Now let's see some more. Now I'm gonna function start server, start server. Now that should do the job, and here I'm gonna do host bat, and I'm just gonna copy the whole thing. It's absolutely terrible practice, but so let's start it from here. Host cannot send content body with this verb type. What's that? Invoke web request. HTTP URI method get in file. Let's see. Method get display the response content. Set to get, which indicates that should be sent. No body request is included in request. Should not occur. Response content. Okay. Response. Send a get request to a URL. URI method get in file start server. How can I serve content from static directory using PowerShell? Let's see. Using start process to run local web server. Build a web server command. Python m http. Yeah, I could run Python. Nice one. Python import directory. Okay. Start the web server process. That's nice. Module HTTP server. I don't know if that's gonna work. Python, let's see, Python m HTTP server, let's see, 3000 directory, dist, let's see what it does. Let's say allow, serving HTTP on port. So let's see localhost 3000. Doesn't look like it works. It doesn't work. HTTP on port, it doesn't look right. It's close. Python m HTTP, what did we run? Server. Let's see if we can get it to run. Serving at port handler, TCP handler, HTTP server address, HTTP. It doesn't fully work. How can I use Python m HTTP server to start on localhost 3000? No, that works. The Python doesn't serve the content. I think it needs maybe something like this. Yeah, so it was only that. Yeah, that works. How can I tell that command to restart when content of this changes? File system net class to monitor. Command Python port directory file watcher new object system path static content path filter includes action the event handler write host restarting web server stop process start process PowerShell argument list command to the watcher start the web server process. Yeah, and this define the static con command blah blah blah. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna work, but let's see. So now that we have that, we can do it like this. Start server Python m HTTP server 3000, let's say port 3000 port directory static content path, and let's say host, and if I refresh it works, and if so my server runs here, and here if I say run, and this I don't need static watcher actually because of this, so I don't need static watcher because even without it, if I say p And if I say run and they say yes, and I refresh the page, the contents refreshed, and it's just serving the content of the directory. So that's cool. That's cool. Now, host server, I'm just gonna say rename run server. Let's call it like that. Run server, or like run server. I don't even know anymore. Run server looks good. Run server. And this one is create. Oh, that's nice. And this one is also create. That's also nice. And this thing here we can kill, and we can say host start server. It was like that. Start server. That's more semantic actually. So let's just call it that. Start server. Start server. And this is create content. And here create content. So let's say start server. Start server. There we go. And here we say create content. Yes. Nice. And it works. And it works. And now that's cool. That's cool. We have PowerShell. We have PowerShell code that creates content here. Now that's nice. That's nice. What else? What else can I do? What else can I do? What else could be fun to do? I'm thinking. So now that we have just some file here, let's see. Create directory silently if not exist. Create static content. File path. Now this content, file content. Where do I have it here? There we go. I just renamed it. Now I need that. Yeah, that too. That one I don't. So let's see. What if let's make CSS file. Let's make CSS file. So let's say style. Actually, let's link it. Rel style sheet. Style sheet. And let's say href index CSS. And now when I create the content and go here, I should have an error that it cannot find it, right? What? This can't be right. Head, body, HTML. What is this? What? That can't be right. Let's test it manually. Open in default browser. Yeah, that can't be right. What am I missing? Oh, I think I'm missing this. Right, am I missing that? Now I create it. Yeah, I was missing that. That's okay. Index CSS. It should give me an error because there is no index CSS. Nothing matches the URI. Alright. Now let's file name, file path, file name, file path, file content. Create static content. File name, file path, file content. Now let's say index CSS. Now I need some refactoring because I have index HTML and I would like to add another file. So maybe let's see, file name index HTML. Then that would be index. So I would like to create an object now to group them. Create an object with properties object index CSS properties file name file path index. That means I can say this file path like this, and file content can be this. Okay. Now let's see, file path, file name, file path. Now let's replace it. Index HTML file path. Now I need to replace that file path with index HTML file path. And every file name is okay, and every file content needs to be replaced with index HTML dot, like that and like that. And let's see, does it work? It should work. We dist file name dist. Okay, so that's what happens here. That doesn't work. I created a content, I create an object. How did I create it? How do I refer file name? Let's see. Now I need to restart, and it's gonna delete my whole conversation in PowerShell. Stupid ChatGPT, I don't like it. It doesn't work, man. doesn't work, man. Doesn't work. File name. It just doesn't work. Right host. Let's debug. Index HTML file path. Right host. See, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. I wanna reference it from inside the object. You can use this. So this should have been obvious. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work, man. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Now, there we go. Let's see what do you do now. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Inside. No, that we didn't try yet. Okay, PowerShell object this. Let's see. Discovering object properties and methods. About object creation. Let's see. No, that annoyed me. It annoyed me, and it's slow. Why is it slow? PowerShell access property inside the object from inside the object. Hello. Get process, select object, start info. It doesn't look like what I need. No, let's see here. Requirements, new. No, no, no. Nope, 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 nope. PowerShell create anonymous object. Let's see. Use vanilla hash table with PowerShell. Alright. Using select object. Okay. PowerShell using new object. Properties. Objects versus hash tables. Now if we want an object, it seems like a hash table, convert using select object, using new object, and add member. Okay, maybe that works. HTML is... What am I doing here when I say add dot? Use this where vanilla hash tables one. PC custom object. Now this might work. No. Nope, that doesn't work. Update. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 How do you declare? I thought this would be more fun. Now this stopped being fun. I don't like it. My object. No. No. How else can I do it? File name. Am I referencing file name anywhere? I'm not. So this would be the most easy thing to do. There we go. Now that's gonna work. File already exists. Static content path. Now, what's going on? Why is it like this? Replacing the content of the file. System collections hash table file path. Now I'm getting plain bored. I don't like when shit doesn't work. File name. Let's give up on that. Let's give up on that. Let's give up on that. File name index HTML. Index HTML. Now everywhere I'm referencing it, I'm gonna delete, 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 delete. There. Remember, force dist. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's okay. And if I wanna create another file, create static content, I feel like I could just overwrite it always. That would be much simpler, much less problems. Yeah, okay, so let's say index CSS, new object, PC object, file name, and let's print it. Write host index CSS, file name, file path, file content, and let's say index CSS join path, file name and file content. I don't know, let's say red, color red. I mean, that's what everyone does when they do. So let's do it. CSS index CSS. What happens now? Function create file object, and there I would like file name and file content, file path, join path, file content, file path, file name is file name, file path is file path, and file content is file content, file object, return now I wanna say color red, and let's try it like this. Index CSS. Now that's cool. Create file object. Cool. Create file object index CSS. Create file object index CSS, and then I can say that the same index HTML, and I can copy the content here. Create file objects like that. File path can be deleted, and file name static content path, okay. And now we can just say without prompts, replacing the content, write for host, run host, file path, no host, creating the no index HTML file path, index HTML file path, file content, index HTML file path. It can't be done like that. No, it doesn't work like that. HTML. File created index HTML. Yeah, that works. host. There we go, index CSS. And I need separator, some kind of it. What was it? I think it was like that. Maybe like that. No. Like that. That's an overkill. That's an overkill. And here I can create h2. There we go. And if I refresh, I first need to create content and then I need to refresh. And it doesn't work. Why? Index CSS. Index CSS. Alright. It gets it. See, the server doesn't really get the request there. Get HTTP1. It keeps giving it like start server set location. Yeah, I can just do it like this. Start server. Now what's the response for Y304 status 304? Accept simple HTTP Python. Okay, let's see why it doesn't start it the way I want it to start it. I have this code, but the response status for content list is 304. The index HTML references the index CSS, but the file is not there. Why? It's not that it's not there. The file exists, but the server does not serve it. The browser does not send request. Yeah, it's okay. Check the file permission. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. All that is fine. But why does it serve it with 304? Like it doesn't even. Nope. No. All of them are fine. When I directly request index CSS, I get the content, but I don't. But browser does not request it from the HTML. Why? But the browser, it is possible, is no, it's correct. Link rel style sheet and type text CSS. Okay, let's try that. Type text CSS. Yeah, that's okay. linked CSS style sheet. Let's see, what does the MDN say? How do we do that? href rel style sheet type hrel rel href type css type rel style sheet fancy CSS. I mean, look, if I now open this with live server, it is going to reference the file properly. It doesn't. Why does it need to be like this? Index CSS. I don't get it. It should. Okay, so maybe it's not me. Ref. Maybe I'm not doing it correctly after all. Okay, so let's see. It's a rel, not a ref. It's a rel. That could have saved me quite a bit of headache. Oh my god. Oh my god. But anyway, I discovered a couple of nice things. Index CSS, index HTML. It's nice that I discovered this and that I got rid of that prompt. Creating the file created. There we go. That's nice. Now since that works, let's try to add some JavaScript. Index.js. There we go. And then here I can say right host, create files, set content. There we go. And then I'm gonna create them, and then I'm gonna refresh, and there we go. And now maybe I could say const root, let's say body, and let's say h2 text content root append child, and let's say function create header type, and let's say body create element type h2, and let's say create header, and let's say const header type h2 header type h2. There we go. And actually query selector probably won't work because that query selector, it does. Okay, nice. Now maybe let's format it. Nice. What else could I do? I could have index CSS. Now I could put these into an array or something. files there, and then here I could say for each file, there we go, clear. Now it creates files. Now what if I want to have a subdirectory? Maybe if I would like to have a subdirectory of a file. Now that's an interesting problem, because here I'm creating a directory, and since I create directory here, I will need to do the same for all sub recursive, but I think there was a command, built-in command that would do that. For example, I just give it a path and it creates it. Anyway, let's see. What else? I could maybe add React from CDN. That would be boring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download the file and reference it locally. So JS deliver, I already did a search. So we have React, which I can open here, and this one I'm gonna open here. So these two files, okay, so I have these two URLs, and I'm gonna download them and write them. So how can I download these files and write them to a directory? In PowerShell. I mean, I could get the response and I could pipe it to a file. Now output directory JS, if not create, yeah, if it does not exist, as path, new item. Download the files and save them to the output directory. UR out file, join path. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. URL, URI out file. Now let's see. That should work. Create index.jss. Now I can have a function. If it doesn't exist, then I can have downloads react function downloads react. Now I could have react DOM like that, and I could say react DOM URL react DOM URL. Now I can later just start with React. There we go. And as it said, now I could invoke web request URI out file. Yeah, now here. Now the path would be static content path. Out path would be static content path. file name React, file name React. There we go. And now it should be there we go. Let's see what downloading React downloaded. There we go. And I could also say the same for the other one. React DOM, which would be here. File name React DOM. Out path React DOM React. There we go. Downloading React DOM, out file, out path. Now let's see, create downloading React DOM. There we go. And now we downloaded React, and here I can use it. Script src there. Now I can say what was the link React, and yeah, there, and here I'm just gonna say script, and I'm just gonna verify that they are loaded. And let's see. There we go, they are downloaded. That's nice, that's really nice. And now I'm gonna say somewhere here div id root. Yeah, let's put it there, and here I can add another script that's gonna be like src react app.js, and files index.js. I could say react app.js, react app.js, and here I can say react app.js, root class name red. Yeah, that should do the job. That should work. No, I got so hyped. I got so hyped about it, and there we go. Now it works. Now that's nice. That's really nice. That's really nice. Now here we added React, and and yeah, here we added React, and we download those files. We have to. I mean, we don't have to. We could add that online link, but I just wanted to download them, and this works now, so that's nice. But this PowerShell command, I mean, this is growing bigger, and because it's growing bigger, I would like to maybe somehow import or split them. I would like to modularize it. That would be cool. That would be cool. And why is it like this? Okay, and that would be cool to modularize this app, but I don't need to. So here I'm going to do it like this. So create static content, create directory silently, create static content directory silently if not exist. Okay, that works. So let's see this. Create content, creating the file created, creating the file, created, creating the file, downloading React downloaded, downloading React DOM downloaded. It's okay. Create static content, download React. What else could I do? React, create elements, hello world, React DOM, render, element, root. I think this is all the API. Const root, React DOM, create root, DOM root, React root, DOM root, const DOM root ID, root there. Get element by ID, React root, render, React element, E, app. There we go. And here I'm gonna say function app. There we go. Create elements, return h1. Now here class name can be red, and here hello React root. Create content. No, I don't like that I need to wait every time. Download React. If not exists, so out React path, and here I would say if download test path, if React already downloaded, if not, then I can download it. React already test path, and here I can do the same. Yeah, there. And here I can say React DOM already. If I'm not gonna risk it, and the reason why I wanna do it like this is because I don't wanna I don't want to wait every time. I don't want to wait every time. Download React if not exist. React already downloaded. rmrf force dist. There. I wonder if the server is still working. Yeah, nice. Cool. Cool stuff. Now function download download file, I guess. And what should it take? Function downloads React, download from URL, create function because we wanna reuse it. That takes two write host URL. I don't know if it's gonna work. Write host downloading URL path. Okay. Download from URL. And I can do the same here. I don't know if it's gonna work. Force list. Interesting, and that's my alarm. That's my alarm. Turn it off. Turn it off. I don't know that I can use parameters like that. Cool. Cool that it works. Cool that it works. Still works here. And I don't know. I will stop here. I'm kind of not having fun anymore. This was fun. Quite nice, I must say. Really like what I did here. I'm gonna add git ignore, and I'm gonna add this here. I'm also gonna add readme md. So I don't know, what did we do here? Create static server and create web app using PowerShell to create files, content. So I'm gonna add a description after, and I'm gonna put the video on YouTube. I'm gonna also add link to the repository, and yeah, it was nice. I really liked it. Had quite some fun. I also really liked the idea of using PowerShell. I came to quite enjoy it. Looks very, very, very nice. Very interesting. And one thing. I could actually just say port static contents, and here I can say path port. I can say serve static content port path there, port path port works well, port 3000. Here kill it, start server, serve static content. There we go. Refresh, still works, quite nice. Serve static content, and we'll add the rest. Cool. Create content file, bypass file, create content, start server, create content. There. Nice. I like it. The reason for git ignore is well, it's a generated file. Usually you don't wanna commit generated files because they change, and so they change. So, and imagine it changed on every commit and you didn't even touch it. Like, we never modified the code here, we modified the code here. So it's just rule of thumb. If you generate some file, don't don't commit it. React app.js file name. Now I don't like magic constants, so here we could do that. React app.js file content there. And here index.js file name, index.js file content can be this. Index.js file name, index file content. Here index HTML file name, index HTML, index HTML file content would be this here. Now I just wanna name these. It's good practice. There we go. There we go. And nice. Create file object, and I could really function create file objects. Create file objects. This should be like this. This should be like this. Now, I'm not sure. Index CSS. index.html file is create file objects, create file objects, return, so file objects, return file objects there. And I think I missed out index.css, index.css file name, index.css file content, index.css file name, index.css file content. There, it should all work now. Now, why can't I? No. That looks okay. So why did it not work before? For the string terminator. Right. So white space is not allowed. Nice. So white space is not allowed. There, I think we get it. We have it all. Files, create file objects. And I think create file objects, create static content, files. Yep, now it's all in functions now. That's improved. That's improvement. rm force dist. There we go. One last check. It should be fine. Start server. Cool. The script was loaded. Text. It's not a valid JavaScript meme type. Why not? Oh, because it's not serving them with correct. Yeah, it's not good, but it works. Like they just like Bjorn Strastrup said, if it works, they will do it. If they can, they will. There we go. We have that. We have that. We have that. We have that. This. Yeah, I'm just gonna close it and finish the repo.